Good morning, good day, good afternoon, wherever you are. I hope you're having a good one. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about the Passover. Passover we just celebrated last week, or we didn't celebrate it, but it was happened. And it's significant because the beginning of Easter season or Easter time is the Passover. We call it Palm Sunday now. And Jesus celebrated that with his disciples. But the first Passover back in Exodus, when Moses commanded it before the 10th plague, it's interesting, and I want to share a little thing that I saw in the Humash, which is a commentary of Jewish rabbis, scribes, and it's been translated in English because I don't speak Hebrew or any other language other than Spanish. But I want to read this to you. In Exodus it says, "And thus they shall eat it with a belt on your waist, your sandals on your feet, and your staff in your hand. So you shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover." And I wondered why. Why did they have to eat it in haste? They ate it in haste because they were going somewhere. They ate it in haste because they had somewhere to go. They ate it with their staff in the hand, like, I'm going to eat this, and then I'm off. I'm going to that promised land. And in the Humash, they suggest that quite probably that the blood that they sprinkled with the hyssop leaves on the doorpost was actually applied on the inside of the door. And it's very interesting because we see it in the Ten Commandments and the movies from Moses and all that they're applying the blood on the outside and the angel of death is going by. But does the angel of death really need to see blood, or does he know? It's a spirit being either way, right? So here we've got this blood they believe is on the inside of the door. And I think that's kind of significant because while they're eating this Passover with the belt tied up tight around their waist and the staff in their hand, they're hearing the screams out from Egypt. And they're hearing all of these death-curdling screams of children dying, and their parents seeing these children dying, and they're eating the Passover. They're celebrating a feast, for lack of a better word. And what helps them be secure? But they look at the blood on the doorpost of their house. This blood, if it was on the inside, it's a calming and a securing effect on them because they see the blood, and they see that blood is saying, nope, you're redeemed from all of that. You're redeemed from the death and the destruction that's going on the outside. And just in the same way that when we take communion and we remember the celebration of the Lord, we take that blood on the inside of us to remind ourselves what that blood did for us, how that blood is still talking and speaking over us in heaven and is declaring our redemption, declaring that we have somewhere to go. Oh, that is awesome and great news. That blood speaks on our behalf. Isn't that cool? And so I just want to encourage you on that today, that the blood is speaking on your behalf today. You are redeemed. We have somewhere to go. We love you. God bless.